here with us. It's wonderful. Welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much for coming along. Why don't you take a seat over here? So, Minister Haque, what I'd like to ask a few things of yourself. First of all, Pakistan dealt with COVID in a really effective way, and you did a lot with digital intervention. And how are you taking on the challenge of the digital divide, because you have an incredible population of people under the age of 28? Give us some sense of it.
Actually, COVID-19 definitely was a great disaster for the whole of the world. But as far as Pakistan is concerned, government of Pakistan and the people of Pakistan took it as an opportunity, not as a crisis. I repeat, COVID-19, we did not take it as a crisis. In fact, we take it as an opportunity. And the reason behind that, when almost everywhere in the world there was a complete lockdown, the people of Pakistan and the government of Pakistan decided to go for the smart lockdown. Instead of closing whole of the city, whole of the province, whole of the town, we decided for the smart lockdown. What we had done that some of the block was closed, some of the area was closed, but not whole of the area, whole of the town, whole of the city, or whole of the province. So that benefited a lot of us. And due to that, not only the IT export had been increased, and then people, particularly as you have told before, that the young people, they had concentrated more in the IT field, and that had benefited a lot to the Pakistani people and the government of Pakistan. As far as you have asked about the flood also.
The unprecedented flood.
Yes. Again, we had a severe flood in the month of August and the month of September 2022. But particularly the two provinces, the Sindh province and the Balochistan province, was severely affected by the flood. And almost 1,500 people had been killed. Billions of rupees, Pakistani, according to the billions of rupees, infrastructure was destroyed. The railroad, the bridges, the road, that all were destroyed. And you know it very well, when there was a flood, the 4G and the 3G tower was also submerged. Fiber optic was disturbed also. But what had happened, I'll let you know, that during that flood, almost 120 fiber optic had been cut down. But again, the Ministry of IT, with the help of the civil administration as well as with the military administration, we did our best to make it operative within a 24 hours. Same with the 4G towers. Almost during the flood, 7% was affected, but within 72 hours, that was reduced from the 7% to the 2%, and within 1 week, almost 100% network was operative in Pakistan.
How did you do that?
The good thing is that we had a 4 telcos company with the help of the technical staff, and what I said, with the help of the civil and the military administration. We managed to think the things to go forward. When the flood started, I did remember, that was on the 27th of August. The major cut down was happened, area known as Ranipur, and that fiber optic was cut down, so the Pakistan was disconnected, and the north side was, in fact the south side was having all the facilities like the network and the broadband system was working, but on the south side there was a problem. But within a few hours, that system had been restored, and now, and that time on the 27th August night, all broadband services, network services was working properly. So, Alhamdulillah, the things are going well.
That sounds really interesting, and of course, you've got a young talent pool in Pakistan, a young country similar to Nigeria. Minister Haque, here's a question for you. What did the digital Pakistan vision? There's a lot of talk about it, there's a lot of political capital invested in it, but you explain to us what this digital vision is.
Of course, I will describe everything. But before that, you discuss, and the Honorable Minister from Nigeria also discussed about the young population and the population similarities to
Right.
Nigeria and Pakistan. Just
Right.
let you know that Pakistan had the population of 230 million.
Right.
And out of that, the good and the positive thing is that out of that, 60% population in Pakistan are young. That is between the age of 18 and 30. And that is an exact asset of the Pakistan. And as far as I told, 230 million population, out of that, almost 195 million people have a mobile subscriber.
Right.
This means that 88% tele density is there.
Right.
Same with the broadband and the 4G connectivity. Yes, for the 4G, we have almost 122 million people. They are using the 4G. Now coming back to your question, what the vision of the Pakistan for the digital?
Yes, very important.
The important thing what we see that for the people of Pakistan, there should be a affordable and meaningful connectivity. And for that purpose, we are investing tons and tons of money for that purpose. But Honorable Minister have told regarding with the USF, the same criteria is in the Pakistan also. Under the Ministry of IT and Telecom, we have a USF, Universal Services Fund, and we had given the responsibility to them to invest in the outskirt of the area, that is the unserved and underserved areas. This means the second tier of the city and the third tier of the city. And for that purpose, just for the last 3 years, we had invested more than 70 billion Pakistani rupees, which is equivalent to the 266 million US dollar. And 70 new projects have been started. For that purpose, broadband services have been provided, 4G tower had been built, and the good thing is that thousands and thousands kilometers fiber optic had been laid down to provide connectivity to the unserved and underserved areas of the Pakistan. Second, the Ministry of IT vision that yes, everybody in Pakistan should have a smartphone in their hand. And for that purpose, we had started manufacturing the mobile phone manufacturing started in Pakistan just 2 years back. Now, not only the local, national, but the international company are also started manufacturing in Pakistan, like Samsung, Nokia, they are doing so. Our vision that there should be a cheaper smartphone in every Pakistani, so that they can do e-commerce, e-education, e-health and everything through their smartphone. And that's what we are trying to implement. And yes, go ahead.
So I was going to say, there are parts of Pakistan very mountainous, difficult to lay fiber. And for example, in the town of Gilgit in Pakistan, this is an incredible example. You say people are hungry for these services. Tell us about Gilgit, which you couldn't put in normal broadband fiber because it's such a difficult geographic terrain.
Yes, Gilgit is a mountainous region, and it's very difficult for the regular telecom company to go and operate there.
Right.
And that's why, for that purpose, we had a special communication organization run by the military of Pakistan.
Right.
But that come under the Ministry of IT and Telecom. And for the Gilgit-Baltistan and for the Kashmir, again, the Ministry of IT invested very heavily just to provide them the connectivity. Not only the connectivity, but we are also working for them to have established a incubation center also there. In Gilgit, the connectivity is every day we are getting better and better. Broadband facilities have been provided. In the meantime, in Gilgit, we also have a national incubation center, and there the good thing is that not only the men but the women are also working there in Gilgit-Baltistan, and we are very much hopeful that now the different telcos company that also reached to Gilgit and Azad Kashmir, auction had been made for the spectrum for the 1800 megahertz and the 2100 megahertz, and probably in next few years, whole of the Gilgit, inshallah, it will be connected with the 4G.
Inshallah. You know, an interesting thing in Pakistan, you have the world's second largest freelancer community of freelancers in digital technologies. I mean, this is an incredible sign of the future because everybody now has to also train a whole new generation of specialists, of people that have got digital skills, because the countries that do not are countries that are going to be lagging behind in the race to the future. Anybody got any comments on that? Minister Haque?
Yes, in Pakistan, freelancer is flourishing very fast. As I've told that Pakistan is a young population, so in the freelancer, those young guys, young students are involved.
And girls as well.
And girls, yeah, boys and girls both. And the good thing is that the government of Pakistan is fully supporting them, and through Ministry of IT and Telecom, almost. I mean, if we go like a 5 year or 10 year back, there was a lot of problem facing by those freelancers. But nowadays, almost all problems have been sorted out. Number one, before that, they had a problem in opening the account, bank account, because the banker want KYC, like the know your customer. But we had discussed with the State Bank of the Pakistan, and that had been sorted out. Now they can open their account, they can remittance the dollar from the foreign. So they are feeling a lot of confidence. Ministry of IT are in the process to have a policy making for the freelancer also. In the meantime, almost in the last 3 years, 2.1 million skill development has been done for the freelancer. So if they are earning, suppose if they are earning $200, $300, $500, they should be multiplied by 2. So yes, every day freelancer is getting benefit from the Pakistan policy, and they are earning tons of money for the Pakistan.
This is wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard, all of this is a very optimistic sign in two of the largest population countries in the world, number 5 and number 6. These ideas are combining together. The European Union have got strong evidence of this as well. And of course, Ngozi, what you're doing with MasterCard, incredible. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a really stimulating, important, really significant panel here at GITEX. We'd like to thank you all for being part of it. Pakistan is really overcoming these floods in the way that we've done it with Telecom is really something. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please give them a big round of applause. Oh, yes.